The Rebels raced out to a hot start in SEC play, piling up an 8-4 mark after the first 4 weekends.
He lifts it into the air, right center field. It's going to be the right fielder Wilson that makes the catch. Here comes the throw to the plate. Furness trying to score, steps on the home plate, and Ole Miss walks it off, a sacrifice fly.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss! He struck him out! What a win for Ole Miss.
But this conference schedule is unrelenting, and Ole Miss found tough footing.
2-1. Into the air to left. Sanford on the run. Not going to get there. It's gone!
Ole Miss, the number 11 team in America. Ground ball. Scobie up with it. Over and out. Carolina wins it. 3-2 your final score.
After dropping 2 close SEC series, Ole Miss entered a pivotal week, starting with their rivals, Mississippi State.
Hudson Calhoun makes his way to the mound and inherits a couple of base runners and a 2-run deficit. Rebels trailing here in Pearl. Foul tip, caught by Smithwick. He made 2 big plays in that inning, 1 foul pop-up, and that one to secure the final out.
Just about any hitter in the country that he faces, he's going to be more talented than. And so I think a lot of it is just gaining experience, being able to pitch innings in meaningful games. And I think Tuesday's a great example of that.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back punch out. The 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And this is crazy good with another strikeout. How about a baker's dozen of strikeouts, and he strikes out the side.
Calhoun's been great for us all year, and this was his best outing, I think. And, you know, that he was unhittable, so it was kind of reassuring as offense, knowing we could relax a little bit, just seeing his presence on the mound.
Isaac Humphrey greets him with a 1-out single to center field. Tying run will come to the plate in the 9th in the form of Austin Foley. Could we script that one any better?
He has been clutch, or if you want to use the word big-time player, he's been that. And you really do need a guy like that.
And he delivers a deep drive to left. Has he continued the string and tied the game? Yes, he has! 2-run homer for Austin Foley.
You know, he's hit homers in every single game, it seems like, and if it's not in every single game, we probably win by 10.
Will Furness, last gasp in the 10th for the Ole Miss Rebels.
And a pitch. Swung on, little looper left side, base hit to left center. Ole Miss gets the walk-off victory. 8-7 Rebels.
Go get a buzz cut. This is kind of what I was thinking. Kind of fade it up, like blend it, and then not like completely bald, but like
the haircut I'm about to do is a lot easier than the haircut you got.
He said I got a frat boy cut.
Yeah.
Wow. There it goes. There it goes.
There it goes.
What's yours on the top? Mine's a 6 on the top.
Oh, 6?
No, sir, you gotta go short.
Yeah, you gotta go way shorter than that. I got a 3 going on. No, we were buzzing it, not halfway.
It's not a buzz cut. It's not a buzz cut.
You're crazy.
When he said he's gonna need a buzz cut, he's got to get a buzz cut.
I've buzzed the whole thing.
Yeah, see?
He tried to bail. Still kind of did bail. I think I'm the one with less hair in this, at the end of this situation.
Our hair's the same length.
No, it's not. In the locker room, he's like, you only look once. He's talking about I'm going to be the one to bail.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, can you send me money for a haircut I'm about to go get?
I thought you just got a haircut 2 weeks ago.
I just got one.
What did you do?
You like it?
Why did you shave your head? Who did it?
I went and got it professionally done.
Boy, why did you shave your pretty hair?
Since walking onto campus in the fall, freshman Hayden Federico has quickly made his presence known.
And Federico launches this to left. Davalon's back. Track. It's gone.
Welcome to the SEC freshman, huh?
This ball's lofted deep left. That's going to be trouble. That is going to be gone. Lead-off home run by Hayden Federico.
I mean, I've grown up with the dugout since I was 2 years old, so I've seen a lot of good players come through, and I think I try to build my game around the guys that I've watched growing up and the guys that have had success and how they handle success.
He has this mindset about him that you don't see from a lot of freshmen. He's very mature at the plate when it comes to his size, his strength, all of that. None of it is 80 grade, but he uses his tools in a way that a lot of guys are never able to reach.
He's just a tough guy, you know, on and off the field. Just his aggressiveness and he's very just attention to detail, and he's the same guy. He's a very consistent dude, and you know, seeing that and seeing it as a freshman is even more impressive.
Playing with these guys and for this school and this community, playing in front of 12,000 fans every weekend it's incredible, and I'm very blessed and honored that I get to do this every single weekend.
It's going to be a neat weekend. As you know, it's double-decker, right? It's, you know, it's like a football weekend as far as crowds and people around the square and people coming to our community. It's really neat. And so it's going to be a great atmosphere at Swayze Field tonight. What I wanted to say to you tonight, we've been good, but we haven't been great. At least we haven't been great for an extended period of time. And it seems like sometimes as a coach, you got to be careful because words become things, right? But now I wake up after 41 games and I don't know if that's what you believe, that we're good. Well, you know what? I want to be great, but the time is now, okay? Not because it's Vanderbilt, not because it's double-decker, because there's 4 weeks left. There's 12 games. And if you're going to be great, there's not a lot of time left. So if there's more in your tank, it's time to empty that tank. If there's more in you, it's time to do that now.
Everyone knows all the best concerts have an opening act to get the party started.
First pitch to Federico from the lefty. Thompson swung on, hit well, left center field. That's got legs. That is gone. Wow. Hayden Federico puts the Rebels up 1-0.
I just saw a fastball, and he was a really good arm, so good pitchers don't make many mistakes, and I just went after the first pitch, and I didn't miss it.
You know, his approach at the plate is, you know, one that's very mature.
Just having that in the leadoff spot is huge because it just sets the tone and it shows that we're ready to go from the jump.
On center stage, the ace Hunter Elliott struggled to find his rhythm.
Sometimes you don't have your command, you don't have the best feel for the zone.
And Humphrey goes the opposite way, and that ball's going to fall fair and go all the way to the wall. The throw from Utermark comes to third, not in time. It's a leadoff triple. This ball hit high in the air to left field. Should be plenty deep to get Humphrey home. And we got a 1-1 game.
But like all performers, the southpaw knows how to rise to the moment.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I don't think everyone's born with the gene of being a competitor, but you know, I think he was born with it, and I think I've seen it for the last 4 years here that he's just going to try to win at whatever he does.
I think we all feel like Hunter Elliott is that guy, and he can beat anybody in the country.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Backdoor breaking ball there.
Yeah!
So the pitch, change up, swing and a miss, struck him out. Wow. Now that's the Hunter Elliott we know.
You want to finish fifth. This is your last guy. I don't need to say anything else. You're a guy. Go get it. Let's go.
I was probably 95 or so pitches. It was just kind of a, hey, this is it. You know, you get this guy, or not, or else you're done. You know.
I don't do this often to him, but more of a good, nice punch to the nose of like, this is it. What are you going to do about it? I haven't done that much to him, but when I have, he's always responded.
Popped up. Foul territory. Foley makes the catch, and Vanderbilt strands a runner in scoring position. Still a 1-1 game.
The Rebel Rockstars' day was done. The crowd, though, wanted an encore performance.
Fastball lifted high and deep to center field. Austin going back to the wall. It's gone! The Rebels take a 2-1 lead on a solo shot to straightaway center.
Chops this one back toward the mound. Thompson going to pick it up, and he'll throw to first. Not in time.
Breaking ball hit sharply past the second baseman into right field. Rounding third, heading home is Sanford. The throw comes back to the middle infield. We got Rebels on the corners, and Will Furnace comes through yet again.
A lot of pitchers like to be in their groove and work with their tempo and just have a sense of comfort on the mound, because you always want to be relaxed. And when we can kind of speed things up and just get them out of their comfort zone, when you panic, you start making mistakes. And if you leave mistakes with this offense, it probably won't go as well.
And the pitch. Into dirt, skips away, headed home as Mormon. He'll score, and to second base goes Furnace, and it's 4-1. Udemark hits a rocket to left field. The left fielder falls down. It doesn't matter. It's out of here. 2-run homer. Judd Udemark. Rebels go up 8-3.
Scoot, you were right. The curse doesn't exist. And this game didn't start off well either. I think I was 0 for 3 or 0 for 4. I was frustrated that I had the mic on because I knew that it was hindering me. But Scoot said to give it one more shot. But my last at bat, I definitely capitalized.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the Rebels win the first one 8-3.
We're good, but I want to be great, like I said. And being great is not just being satisfied and winning one game. And I know you're not, that's never been us. But let's play better tomorrow. Right? Let's play really well for 48 hours, right? For 27 innings or whatever it takes. Let's play our best baseball. And let's start making a run.
It's good to start the series 1-0. It allows guys to play a little freer, and it's always good to win on Fridays.
All right, again, even though it's the mix, pretty high percentage fastball usage. You're gonna get fastballs. You got to push the fastball down. I think that's the only pitch you have to be, a little more aware of as far as what you're gonna do with it, is to push the fastball down. I think the rest of those pitches you'll handle as long as you're disciplined. Get the normal approach. Get it over the plate. Get something that you can handle, all of those things. And again, and I think I probably said it yesterday, this is the team, because they've struggled offensively, that you can really take them out of their game if you can get a multiple run lead, because they want to run, they want to bunt. They kind of feel like they need to do those things because, they have 30 or 40 less home runs than what we do. And so they just don't slug a ton. And so I think really important to get out and get a lead on them. It makes it very difficult on them because they're used to playing the low scoring, close game, up 2-0. Those types of games they're comfortable in. If you're up 4-0, it makes it really, really hard on them because they're not typically going to change the score with one swing of the bat like what we do.
We got 2 types of pasta, and then Jordan, what is this? Some kind of meat, pork tenderloin. Getting fuel to go get another dub. So, and some cookies, and I'll probably grab a water.
I noticed you skipped the greens. Are you going back for those later?
No, we're not going back for those. It's criminal if you don't eat the salad first. It's like an appetizer.
Are you a big salad guy, or add to the mix?
There's a first time for everything, and I think today was the first time. So I feel it just felt kind of necessary. I had to get my greens in, unlike Mo. He needed to throw some greens in there. It's a 4.69. 4.69, fastest time I've ever ran. Faster than Randall sometimes, because Randall loves to jog down the line. So yeah.
Is that true, Randy?
No, that's not what it is. I think Foley should just stick to what he's doing. All he needs to do is just jog around the bases.
Hey, you don't have to worry about your time down the line.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about that. He just has to worry about booming when you get back to the dugout.
This is a big weekend for Riley Maddox. A week ago, the righty couldn't find his best stuff.
Lofted, high and deep to left center field. Back, and out of here.
That could be all for Riley Maddox.
Wow, a pitching change in the third inning. Riley Maddox, 4 runs allowed, and his day is done.
Leading to a week of reflection.
So I've been struggling a lot with mentally and a lot of mental health stuff this season. You know, I set out these goals that I wanted, and I haven't really accomplished them or yet to get to them that I want to. I went to Joel and broke down and told him what I was going through, and things were tough. You know, we worked through it, and can't believe I did it any other way.
Man, I couldn't be any more proud of anybody on our pitching staff. It takes a real man to seek out help, but it's like, hey, Riley, this is actually totally normal. Like guys at the major league level, guys at the highest level of all of baseball, they get help.
Him being able to guide him being able to walk him through all of the different struggles that pitchers deal with, and just, you know, in life, people deal with.
Just talk about it to anyone that's struggling with it. Just someone's going to be there, and it's never as bad as it seemed, and it's never as good as it seems. So just remember that.
The week of growth was tested from the start.
You know the runner, Austin's going to try to break home if the ball gets away.
Oh, now he's going to try to steal home. The play at the plate. Safe.
Having a team like Vanderbilt who steals a lot of bases, who bunts a lot, who tries to manufacture runs through their opponent's mistakes.
Yeah, I just kept telling myself, you can control what you can control. You know, the stolen base at home, that was on me. You know, I should have looked at them before I threw the pitch, but, you know, that's something I learned from some expensive experiences, Coach B would say.
Being able to take that and say, okay, you know, it's 1-0. I'm going to bounce back. I'm going to make sure nobody gets on. You know, that's the biggest thing that Riley was able to do.
And he scalds this one to center, but right there is Isaac Humphrey. And that's the end of the inning.
From the moment I got out there, I felt really confident. I felt comfortable out there, whether that was just being at home or the things that I've worked on.
This 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and that's lifted to right center field, not very deep. Mormon runs over, the right fielder makes the catch. Good inning for Riley Maddox. He can do 1-2-3. Ground ball left side, right to Luke Chang. He gloves it cleanly, fires to first. He's Mr. Automatic. He can do 3 up, 3 down. Great inning for Riley.
You're very calm and you're very just even kill. You know, you're just kind of not really going through the motions, but everything just goes smoothly. I feel like, you know, that there's never any like ups and downs of the roller coaster of the game. It's just a continuous, just uphill, just nice and easy.
And that pitch is grounded toward Chang, makes a short hop, flips to the second baseman, Udemark to first, double play!
He got back to being himself, I thought, you know, this past weekend, and really flooded the zone. And what was really good, not just through the 7 innings and going that long, was he really never was in trouble.
Ready again, kicks and fires, swing and a miss, he struck him out. Riley Maddox showing some emotion.
Riley Maddox just pounding the strike zone for the Ole Miss Rebels, fooling the Vanderbilt hitters.
Throughout the game, it just kind of got better. You know, I got out of that second inning, and then from there on, it kind of just smoothed out, and, you know, I just made pitches and got off the field.
The hurler's ability to handle the doors at the dish gave the offense time to find the perfect moment to attack.
Again, the 3-2. Fastball into center field, base hit. Now there it is, first hit of the ball game for Ole Miss, and it comes from Luke Hill, who now has a 27-game on-base streak. And going the other way, there is Will Furness.
Hitting's contagious. You kind of just got one, turns into another, and it turns into another. I think it's a lot of a confidence thing.
To center, looping liner, that's going to get down for a hit. Furness will come in to score. Udermark right behind him.
We're having good at-bats after good at-bats. It makes the next guy want to have an even better at-bat, and I think puts a lot of pressure on the pitcher as well, because then everyone's, you know, putting good swings on pitches, you know, having good at-bats, seeing a lot of pitches. Those chains, they really do score a lot of runs.
Boy, that's hammered to left center. Forget about it. Goodbye home run.
For him to do that in that moment, it was awesome. You know, he's been hit the ball hard all SEC play, and sometimes the ball just doesn't fall your way, but that time when you hit it far and hard enough, it's going to fall your way.
At the beginning of the year, Mo was arguably our best hitter through the first month of the season. He's cooled off a little bit, but while he's cooled off, some other guys have gotten hot. But it's good to have him back on board, and man, he had a really good weekend for us.
He set the tone this weekend, hit a huge home run, and seeing that stuff fall for him, he works hard and goes about his business the right way. So seeing success for those type of people is really good, and we all did the John Cena thing after, so it was a good experience for all of us.
It was all because of Connor Spencer, though. He told me before the game that today was. I mean, you might have it clipped. He might have said it to you in the room, but he said I was going to get one today, so it's on him.
Offensively, didn't look like it was going to be our day, right? That guy was really good. You could tell we just didn't seem real comfortable the first few innings. But the message, like I tried to give you, is man, you got to stay in the fight. All right, the shirt goes to Riley, but he's over there. So we're gonna act like we're giving it to Mitch. But you're gonna give it to him. Yeah. Really? Yeah. I'm gonna give it. All right. So, but don't tell him that, because when he comes to just say, yeah, he gave it to Mitch. I don't know what the hell Mitch did, but yeah, he gave it to Mitch.
That's peak Riley Maddox. That's who he is. He filled up the zone, and he threw a great game, and he did exactly what he's always done, and he's going to continue to do for us. It was awesome.
Congrats on the shirt. What'd you do to earn it today?
Played good defense, and I'm not going to give it to Riley either.
He's probably extremely confused because I'm not sure that Mitch did much. But he's going to get it soon. I'm sure he doesn't really care right now.
Riley, what happened? You didn't get the shirt.
I didn't know that. Who got it, Mitch? That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow. I don't know if I can do much better than that, so I don't know if I'll be getting another shirt this year.
MVP. You know it.